Every week I tell myself, no more Rashad Richey. It can't get any more ludicrous. But then I turn around and I see another publication out about him, this one by Odyssey, and it's a real riot. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis, cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Okay, Dr. Rashad Richey completes law degree, gets hired by multinational law firm, and you can sort of tell that Rashad Richey had a hand in developing this article because it names him Dr. Rashad Richey. Who puts doctor in the headline of an article? When's the last time you ever heard Dr. Albert Einstein? Okay, obviously that's not fair because Albert Einstein hasn't nearly achieved this man's greatness, but hey, what can you say? Let's go ahead and read this gem. And there they are, Rashad there front and center. The university professor who blazes multiple media platforms daily has accomplished a feat that will confound some and motivate others. Well, they're right about that. It will confound just about anybody with any common sense, and it will motivate people like me to publish videos highlighting the idiocy involved. Dr. Rashad Richey, who's the popular daily television opinion news anchor for Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Richey on the Young Turks Network, ranked the fastest growing TV news show in America by HEG Evaluation Group. And by the way, I looked for the actual ranking anywhere, can't find it. And the weekly on-air radio personality for the award-winning Rashad Richey Morning Show on News and Talk 1360 WAOK and V103 FM. Oh, what about him? Well, he has completed his Juris Doctor degree, concluding a 3+ year journey of, oh, get this, oh my God, driving long hours, sitting in law school lectures. Rashad Richey attending a lecture? Oh, come on. Debating law professors? I wonder what that must be like. Let me think here. Rashad Richey debating a law school professor. What must that be like? Oh, yeah.
You're attempting to delay. So
no, I'm not attempting to delay nothing. You want to come check the boxes yourself? You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks?
And, Miss Judge, Your Honor?
And studying for finals. Not passing them, but studying for them. Richey, an accomplished academic and policy leader, has already accepted the role as Director of Global Legal Operations at the International Law Group of Human and Civil Rights Attorneys, PC, also known as the Fairness Firm. Yeah, it's not really totally fair because there are probably people who applied for the position but didn't get it because Rashad Richey faked his credentials. How's that fair? I mean, come on. To beat out Rashad Richey for a job, you're going to have about 4 PhDs, 8 master's degrees, and well, you don't have to have any undergraduate degrees because he really doesn't have any of those, except for maybe one. This accomplishment is noteworthy for multiple reasons. Yeah. In addition to his television and radio programs, Richey is the weekend host for the Dr. Rashad Richey Review. Who puts doctor in the name of their own program? Oh my God. And his podcast, Indisputable, is in the top 5% of most listened to podcasts in America, according to the LA Monitor. Never heard of that group either. Again, he just claims it. I kind of doubt that the LA Monitor has found that Indisputable is in the 5% of most listened to podcasts. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Despite his busy schedule, Richey was sure he wanted to complete his law degree and started the journey in 2020 at Atlanta John Marshall Law School in Atlanta, Georgia. A scholarship recipient, Richey describes the experience as a tough first year for all law students, noting it was the height of the COVID crisis. Are you getting the impression he's got an excuse coming? Creating its own set of barriers through the process of learning law. Well, the barrier for Rashad Richey was attending class. None of us knew what to expect, said Richey, who eventually would transfer to Birmingham School of Law for their unique adult-centered weekend law school program that allows students to take the same classes as weekday students, but consolidate it into Saturdays. According to Richey, even though the drive to Birmingham, Alabama every Friday night for roughly 2 years was taxing, he persevered, knowing the Saturday schedule was much more congruent to his demanding on-air and business executive needs. Okay, what he doesn't tell you is they kicked him out. Yes, he enrolled at the Atlanta John Marshall Law School. He only lasted 1 semester because guess what? He didn't show up for classes. So you see how he operates? Embracing multiple academic programs, Richey, who was enrolled in the PhD in quantum physics research program at Paris Graduate School, it's a school that does not exist. It's a diploma mill. While attending law school, experienced a breakthrough with his lab team during the preliminary research phase, which showed promising signs that his quantum-based research and technique for neurological brain enhancement may reverse symptoms of Alzheimer's, which has no known cure. Wow, that'd be pretty great. Richey was granted provisional patent status by the United States Patent and Trade Office for both of his inventions, the neurological brain entrainment device and the bilateral neuronic hemispheric harmonization brain entrainment device. And guess what? You don't earn provisional patent status from the U.S. Patent Office. There's no such thing. There is a provisional patent application that you can fill out, but they don't grant you provisional patent status. So he's lying. Okay, so we can look for his patent. We'll go on down here to the applicant name. We'll put in Rashad and Richey, do a search, and nothing. So if he did get provisional patent status, whatever the hell that is, it's certainly got by the U.S. Patent Office. They're not aware of it. I wonder if he's maybe lying. Do you think that's a possibility? In one case study, a respondent medically diagnosed with Alzheimer's had her symptoms fully dissipate and cognitive function seemingly completely restored. Wow! After this, Richey realized it was time for his photobiomodulation device to undergo clinical trials and would need to magnify his focus given the work required, which would cost millions of dollars. Juggling a massive, multifaceted career, and in his final leg of law school, Richey was feeling the pressure. Oh yeah, I mean, how can anybody do all this? Pretty much everyone around me, except for a few, said I needed to just pause my legal studies for now and come back after completing my doctoral program and clinical trials, Richey said. Not known to back away from a challenge, Richey admitted he considered stepping away from law studies, at least temporarily, but decided to research other options. In other words, find degrees that he can purchase for relatively low cost.